After menopause, something shifts deep inside the body, and it's not always easy to talk about. What once brought warmth, comfort, and vitality may now be quietly draining your energy, harming your hormones, and weakening your pelvic health, without you even realizing it. This isn't about shame. This is about truth, survival, and taking back control of your emotional and intimate health as a mature woman. Most women are never warned about the hidden habits that slowly damage their bodies after menopause. Many believe they are doing harmless things to relax or feel connected, when in reality, these patterns can slowly numb sensitivity, disturb sleep, and even accelerate aging. If you've ever felt like your desire is fading, your energy is low, or your connection to your body isn't what it used to be, there is a reason. Your body has changed, and no one told you how to adapt. The truth is, what once energized you can now deplete you. Self-soothing habits that once brought emotional comfort may now be rewiring your brain, weakening your nervous system, and leaving you feeling tired, empty, or emotionally disconnected. Most women don't notice this happening until it becomes a problem, until it starts affecting their confidence, self-esteem, and intimate life. But you don't have to stay stuck. You can restore your natural sensitivity. You can feel alive in your body again. You can rebuild healthy intimacy, with or without a partner, by avoiding a few common mistakes. The first mistake is one that almost no one talks about openly, but millions of women are silently affected by it: overstimulation from modern pornography. Many women ask quietly, sometimes in embarrassment, is it still okay to watch adult content at my age? And the answer isn't simple. The problem is not pornography itself, it's the way today's intense, fast-paced content affects the aging brain. As we get older, our hormone levels naturally decline, and our dopamine system becomes more fragile. In your younger years, your brain could handle dopamine spikes from visual stimulation and bounce back quickly. But after menopause, overstimulation becomes harder for your nervous system to recover from. That means something that once heightened your desire may now be numbing it. So many women in their 50s, 60s, and 70s admit they now struggle to feel aroused naturally. They say, "My mind wants it, but my body doesn't respond." That disconnect isn't their fault. It happens when the brain gets overstimulated while the body remains passive. Some women even begin to feel restless or emotionally empty after watching explicit content. That emotional crash is a sign that the nervous system is overloaded. For women who are single, widowed, or simply lonely, porn can become a substitute for emotional connection, a distraction from silence or sadness. But no screen can replace the comfort of warmth, touch, or emotional intimacy. If watching leaves you feeling more depleted than satisfied, that is your body trying to tell you that something needs to change. The simplest solution is to reset your nervous system. Take a break from visual stimulation. Give your brain a chance to relearn natural desire. Explore softer forms of sensuality, slow touch, deep breathing, fantasy, or sensual audio. Focus on feeling rather than chasing intensity. When you do this, sensitivity begins to return. You feel more in your body, more relaxed, and more emotionally whole. The second mistake many women make is masturbating too frequently without giving the body enough recovery time. After menopause, your body needs more rest, not just from physical activity or stress, but even from arousal itself. Many women don't realize that climax triggers hormonal changes. One of those hormones is prolactin, which signals your body to relax after orgasm. In younger years, prolactin levels normalize quickly. But later in life, they linger longer, and too much can make you feel tired, foggy, or emotionally flat. That means if you climax too often without enough time in between, you can unknowingly drain your body's energy, weaken libido, and even disrupt sleep. Some women find themselves touching out of habit rather than genuine desire, and they don't understand why they feel exhausted afterward. There is nothing wrong with self-pleasure. It is a healthy and natural part of emotional well-being. But balance is important. The body now needs more time to restore energy and hormones. Limiting self-pleasure to 2 or 3 times a week, not every day, can help restore vitality and sensitivity. The goal is not to suppress pleasure but to make it more meaningful, more powerful, and more deeply satisfying by allowing your body time to recharge. When you give yourself space, your energy returns, your desire feels more natural, and your body responds with stronger, more fulfilling sensations. Less really can become more. One beautiful, intentional moment of pleasure is far healthier than daily mechanical habits that drain your energy. But even women who manage frequency well often overlook another silent hazard, something that can slowly damage the foundation of intimate health, ignoring pelvic and vaginal health during self-pleasure. This is one of the biggest mistakes women over 50 make, and very few talk about it. And this is where we will continue in part 2. After menopause, the body requires a new kind of care, especially during moments of intimacy. One of the most overlooked issues is how self-pleasure affects pelvic and vaginal health. As estrogen levels decline, the tissues in this area become thinner, more delicate, and slower to heal. Yet many women continue the same habits they used in their 20s and 30s, fast, firm, and without lubrication. But after menopause, that approach can cause silent damage over time. The pelvic floor is a group of muscles that support your bladder, uterus, and bowels. These muscles play a major role not just in intimacy, but also in balance, core strength, and even emotional health. When you touch yourself without allowing real arousal to build, rushing or forcing stimulation, the pelvic floor tightens in response to stress. Over time, this creates tension and discomfort that many women assume is just part of aging. It isn't. If self-pleasure leaves you feeling sore, dry, or strained, it is a sign your body is asking for something gentler. Using lubrication is essential. Water-based lubricants are especially important after menopause to protect sensitive tissues. Taking time to warm up, breathe, and allow natural blood flow to build is not a luxury, it is a requirement now. Your body is not broken. It simply needs respect and patience. There is a truth many women discover too late: if you treat your body gently, it responds with deeper pleasure, greater sensitivity, and long-term health. Ignoring pelvic health doesn't just reduce enjoyment, it can lead to weakening muscles, organ prolapse, urinary leakage, and long-lasting vaginal pain. These problems are preventable with mindful self-care. Even if you use lubrication and patience, there is another silent mistake that can reduce sensitivity: touching without movement. Many women lie still while stimulating themselves, staying in one position, barely moving. They may use only their hand or a device while the rest of the body stays completely inactive. But intimacy is not just about one part of the body, it is a full body experience. When the body stays still, blood flow is restricted, especially to the pelvis. After menopause, circulation naturally slows down. Without movement, arousal has a much harder time building. Simple movement makes a powerful difference. Something as small as breathing deeply, rocking your hips, squeezing your thighs, rolling your shoulders back, or changing positions can wake up nerves and increase pleasure. Movement brings back energy, sensation, and emotional connection. It reminds your body that you are alive and capable of feeling again. Women who add just a little movement often report feeling more warmth, more buildup, and more release, without needing stronger stimulation. But even if you avoid all of these physical mistakes, there is still one more root problem that goes deeper than the body. It has nothing to do with technique and everything to do with emotional health. Many women use self-pleasure as a way to escape loneliness, grief, anxiety, or emotional pain. It becomes not a choice, but an emotional crutch, something to pass the time or numb feelings they don't want to face. This is something few women admit out loud, but it is more common than you think. After losing a partner, living alone, or going through major life transitions, it's natural to seek comfort. But when intimacy becomes a tool for emotional avoidance, it slowly becomes empty. You may climax, but feel nothing. You may release tension, but still feel hollow afterward. That's because the body knows the difference between emotional connection and emotional avoidance. The key is not to give up intimacy with yourself, but to reconnect it with emotion, purpose, and genuine desire. Before starting, pause for a moment. Ask yourself, am I doing this because I feel truly aroused, or because I am trying to escape a feeling I don't want to face? That single moment of honesty changes everything. If you're truly aroused, proceed with intention and care. But if what you really need is comfort, reach for that first. Call someone who understands you. Write down what you feel. Move your body. Pray. Journal. Cry. Let the emotion move through you. Then, if you still choose to continue, your experience becomes nourishing, not numbing. The deeper truth is that your body speaks to you. Fatigue, soreness, numbness, frustration, these are not signs of failure. They are messages. Your body is asking you to slow down, listen, and adapt to this new phase of life. You are not losing your sexuality. You are evolving into a deeper, wiser version of it. Every woman deserves to feel alive, connected, and emotionally whole, no matter her age. Intimacy after menopause is not about chasing what was lost. It is about discovering something more powerful, a new relationship with your body, your pleasure, and your soul. When you avoid these 5 mistakes, overstimulation, overfrequency, ignoring pelvic health, lying still, and emotional numbing, you begin to heal. You rediscover softness, warmth, desire, meaning. You don't just get your spark back, you ignite something new inside you. You are not too old. You are not done. You are not invisible. You are entering a chapter where pleasure becomes wiser, deeper, calmer, and more real than ever before, once you learn to listen to yourself again.